Hi guys, I welcome you all back to my channel. My name is Aisha. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to cut and sew this basket weave yoke with bustier. Thank you all for your support. God bless you all. If you are new to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Stay tuned to the end of the tutorial. I have 6 years of Ankara here with me, and I have my pattern paper here. I will be drafting it on this pattern paper first. So let's start. I'll be using this as my front basic pattern. So I've already drawn the lines. The shoulder I'm using is 14 inches. So I divide my shoulder by 2. So I have 7 inches here with me. You can see 7 inches. So and the armhole length I'm using is 8 inches. You can see this is 8, and the bust line I'm using is 9.5. The under bust I'm using is 14.5. I had half inch to hit, making 15 inches. The waist I'm using is 17 inches. So this is my waist line. Now I'll come to the shoulder here. I'll be making use of 4 inches for the width and 3 inches for the depth for our neck. So the neck is a bit wide, but the depth is not that, is normal depth. The depth is normal depth. So I'll come here. I'll measure 4 inches. So this is 4 inches. So from there, I'll come downward by 3 inches. So this is 3 inches. So this is my neck depth. So you can see. Now I'll come to the shoulder here. I'll measure where I want my basket weave to stop, the depth. So you come downward. So I'll be making use of 7 inches. So this is 7 inches here. So this is it. You can see. So and here. So and I'll come to this line here, this chest line here. I'll be going upward by 2 inches. So this is 2 inches. So from there I'll shape it to this point. So I'll give it shape to this point. So just need to shape it. So I'll shape it like this. So I don't want it too deep, so I'll be making use of 7 inches. So I'll come here. I don't want it too deep, so I'll be making use of 7 inches. So this is 7 inches. So this is it. So I can just shape it to meet this arm. So you can see. So you shape it like this to meet this. So let me cancel this line. So this one is wrong. So sorry for that. So I don't want it too deep. 7 inches. I'll be making use of 7 inches. You can see 7 inches downward. So this is what I want. You come to this neck here. So you measure 2.5 from this neck. So you take your measurement from here, from the shoulder here. You measure 2.5 from the shoulder here. You measure 2.5 from here downward. So this is our 2.5. You can see. So this is 2.5. So from there, so you will now go inward from here. From here, I will go inward by 2 inches. So from here, I will go inward by 2 inches. So and this is my 2 inches. You bend your tape this same way. You can see the way I bend my tape. So you bend your tape this way. So this is 2 inches. So this is where our 2 inches stop. So now from this place, we straighten it to meet this place. So we are going to straighten it. So you come here, you straighten it, give it a straight line. You can see. So this is it. You will now come to this side. You come here, you come to this side. So you go inward by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch, you can see. So you go inward by 1 inch. This is 1 inch. So from here, I will shape it to meet this 1 inch that I come inward. You see, you come inward by 1 inch. So from here, you straighten it to meet this line. So this is it. You can see. So you straighten it to meet this line. So you can see it. So you can just curve this place. So you curve it. So you curve it to meet here. You can see. So you curve it to meet it like this. So you straighten. We want to create our lines at the center. We have 3 lines at the center here. So you come here. You measure whatever you have here. So I have 3 inches here. So I'll come to this side. I will measure whatever I have here. So and I have almost 4 inches here. So now I will divide this line. So I will divide this line into 3. I will make use of 1.5 for the upper part. So 1.5 from here downward, 1.5. We will shape it this way. This is the first line. So after this line, so you come down a bit from here. So you draw a straight line downward. You can see. So you draw a straight line downward this way. So from here also, so you come here, you draw another straight line. So you draw another straight line, go downward, you draw another straight line. So you can see. So this is it. So this is our lines. So you can see. So this is our lines. Okay. So for us to get the lines that come this way, so and we have the center line, this side, and we have 1 line in between. So we have 1 line in between. So we come here. So we come to the neck side here. You measure what you have at the neck and you divide it by 2. So let me take my measurements so you can see. So I have 3.5. I will divide it by 2. So if I divide 3.5 by 2, so this is what I have. So 3.5 divided by 2. So this is it. For us to get where I will shape this line to be from this point, for us to get where the lines will be, so we'll come to our bust line. The bust span I'm using is 8 inches. So you add 1 inch to your bust span and divide it by 2. So I will add 1 inch to my bust span. I will divide it by 2. So if I should add 1 inch to it, that will make it 9. So 9 divided by 2, that will give me 4.5. So I will come here. So I'll measure 4.5. So this is 4.5. You can see. So now from this point, you can see you can just come upward from this point. So you can see. So from this point, so if you should come upward straight from this point, so now I'll shape it to meet this. So you can see. So you shape it to meet this. So this is our upper part. So I'm done with the upper part. So these are the lines. So this is the neck. So this is the side. So we come inward by 1 inch here. So we come inward by 1 inch to get this line. So this is it. So I'm done with the upper part now. So I'll come to the down aspect here. So now I will now come to the under bust. At the under bust, we make use of 4.5 here, but at the under bust we are going to make use of 4 inches at the under bust. Just the bust span, you divide it by 2. The bust span is 8, you divide it by 2. So I'll come here, I will make use of 8 inches here. So and at the waistline I will make use of 8 inches also. So this is it. So I will straighten it. So you can see. So this is it. So now from here I'll be making use of 1.5 for my dart. So this is 1.5. So you come to the under bust also, you measure 1.5. This is 1.5. So you straighten it. So now I'll come here, I will divide that 1.5 into 2. So you divide your 1.5 into 2. So if I should divide my 1.5 into 2, this is what I have. So from this point, so I will straighten it upward also. So you straighten it upward. So you straighten it upward this way. And so I'll come to the under bust here. So I'll be going up by 1 inch. This is 1 inch. So I'll straighten it to meet that 1 inch. So you can see, so this is it. So this is it. So from there, so I'll be shaping my curve. So you come here, from this point to this point, you shape it this way. So you shape it this way. And at this point, at the bust line, I will come down by 1 inch. So at the bust line, I will be coming down by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So from there, I will shape it to meet this 1 inch. So you can see. So you can see. So this is it. So I will straighten my line to meet this point. So this is it. So you straighten it to meet this point. So you straighten it to meet this point. So I'll come to this side. So I'll measure ½ inch. So I'll measure ½ inch here and ½ inch here. So to create our dart. So to this point, so I'll create my dart. So you can see. So you create your dart. You can see. So you create your dart to this point. So you can see. So this is our dart. So now you curve it, make it curvy. So this is it. So the bust I'm using is 36. You divide your bust by 4. So I'll come to the chest line. So 36 divided by 4. So this is 36. So I'll come to the waist and to the bust line also. You make use of that bust measurement at the bust line and at the chest line. So the measurement you make use of at the chest line is the same thing as the bust. So you come here. So this is 36. So and I'll come to the under bust. The under bust I'm using is 28.5. I will divide my 28 into 4. 28.5 is here. So this 28.5. So this is my 28.5. So and I'll come to the waist line. The waist I'm using is 29.5. So I'll come here. So this is my 29.5. So you can see. So this is my 29.5. So now I'll shape it. So now I'll now come here. So you come to this point here. You measure your 1.5 that we use for the dart. You return it back. So this is the 1.5. So you return it to the waist line and the under bust. So this is 1.5 for the dart. And you come here, you come to this chest line. So you measure whatever you have here. We have 1 inch dart here. So we return that 1 inch dart here. So you return it to the bust line also. So this is this. So you can see. So now we will shape it to meet. We've returned our dart. So and as for the allowance, so I will be adding 2.5 inch to the side for the hem seam allowance. So this is 2.5, 2.5. You come to the waist also, you add 2.5 to it. So this is 2.5, you can see. So and you shape it also. So this is the hem seam allowance, so you can see. So we've had all the necessary allowance, we've returned our dart, and we've add our hem seam allowance to it. And for us to create our armhole, you come to the shoulder here, so you come downward by 1 inch. So that's for our shoulder slope. So I'll come here, so I'll straighten it to this side. So this is our shoulder slope, you can see. So at this point, you come here, whatever you have here, you divide it by 2. So I have 7 inches. So 7 inches divided by 2. So this is 3.5. So you come inward by 1 inch. So this is 1 inch. So you can see you come inward by 1 inch here. So from there we can create our armhole. So you connect it to this point, you can see. So you connect it to this point, so you can see. So that's how to get this our armhole. So you can see it. So that's how to get our armhole. Just for us to get our armhole, you can see it. So this is our armhole. So now I will be cutting it out. So you can see I've cut out the dart. So that's why we need to return our dart back. So we need to return our dart back. So this is the down aspect. So before cutting, we need to use our tracing wheel to trace all this out. So I will trace it out, so before cutting, so that it will show at the other side of the pattern paper. So let me do that. So you can see, so this is it. So we have it at the other side of it also. So we fold it back this way. So now I will cut it out. So now I will be cutting it out. So you can see, so this is the upper part. So this is the down aspect, and this is the upper part. So now I'll be cutting the back aspect for me. So this is the back aspect. So and this is the zip allowance. I have 2 inches for my zip allowance. So same shoulder, same length. So same length for everything with the front aspect. So now I will be taking my circumference measurement. No need of under bust at the back aspect. So you come to the waistline. The bust palm I'm using is 8 inches. You divide your bust palm by 2. So here I have 4 inches. So this is 4 inches. So and I'll come to the bust line. So I'll also take my bust span. So this is 4 inches, you can see. So I'll go upward by 1 inch. So from here you go upward by 1 inch. This is 1 inch. So you straighten it. So this is it. So you straighten it. So here I'll come to the upper part here. I'll measure 7 inches downward. 7 inches downward. So this is 7 inches. So this is 7 inches downward. Now I will be placing my front aspect on it this way. So I'll be placing my front aspect on it this way to get my shape. So this is it. So I'll be placing my front aspect on it this way, so to get this shape. So you can see, so now I'll come here, so I'll straighten it upward. So you straighten it upward to meet this. So you can see, so you straighten it upward to meet this. So here, so I'll place it this way for me to shape out my, so for me to shape out my neck. So you can see, you come to the armhole line, so you come down by 1 inch at the armhole line. So you straighten it upward this way, you can see, so to create our shoulder line. You know, at the front aspect, we come inward by 1 inch. So we come inward by 1 inch, but at the back aspect we are not coming inward by 1 inch. So I will go with this line, you can see, so this same line. So I'll be going down with this same line, so this same line, so this same line, so this same line, I'll be going down with this same line this way, you can see it. So I'll be going down with this same line this way, so you can see. So you place it like this, so you won't come inward by 1 inch, so you go down with this same line. So that's how to get the back aspect. But as for the lines, so I'll create my lines. So I can just use my, so I'll trace out my lines with my tracing wheel. So you trace the line with tracing wheel on it. So from here, you know, at the front aspect we also divide the neck into two. From this point you measure it and divide it into two. So I have 3.5, so, and I've divided it into two. So this is it. So from this point I will connect it to this point, so I will straighten it to meet this point. So you can see, so this is it. So now for the dart, I'll come to the down aspect here. I'll measure half inch at each. So I'll measure half inch, measure half inch at the right side and at the left side, half inch. So this is it. So from there I'll create my dart to this point. So I'll create my dart to this point first. So now I'll come here, I'll be making use of half inch. I will divide my half inch into two. So this is it. You divide your half inch into two, so you connect it to this point. So half inch, you divide it into two. So this is it. So you can see, so this is the back aspect. So now we'll come to the side here, we'll return our dart back. So I have 1 inch here, I will return my 1 inch to hit there. So and I have half inch here, I will return my half inch to hit here. So and so at the waistline here, I will be removing 1 inch from the zip allowance, so for it to have shape. So I'll come to the down aspect here, so I will need to remove 1 inch from the zip allowance. So let me straighten it to this point. So this is it. So I'll come to the down aspect here, I will remove 1 inch from the zip allowance. So this is the 1 inch. so to the bust line, and this is my bust line, you can see. So here you shape it this way. So you can see, so this 1 inch we had it back, so we had it back to the waist so that we won't be short of allowance. So this is it, and I'll be making use of 2.5 inch. So this 2.5 half. So here, so it's not up to 1 inch. You come here, so you measure what you have here, so it's not up to 1 inch. So I'll return it back. So this is it. So I have 2.5, so 2.5 inch. So here I have 1/2 inch, you can see. So and I have 2.5 inch. I return to my 2.5 inch. I'll add my 2.5 inch for the inseam allowance. So this is the 2.5 inch. So this is it. So now I will be shaping it. So you curve it so that it won't have sharp edge. So I'll come here. So I'll create my armhole now. So I'll create my armhole here. So this is my armhole. So you can see. So this is my armhole. At the back aspect, you don't need to come inward by 1 inch. You know, at the front aspect, we come inward from here by 1 inch. But at the back aspect, you don't need to come inward by 1 inch. Just leave it this way. So, and here at the back, I will need to add rope to it. So I will add rope to it. So here, you shape it to the end here. You can see. So you shape it to the hand here first. So now let me cut it out. This is our back aspect. So now I'll come to the upper part of this back aspect. So I will use my tracing wheel to trace it so that it will show at the other side. So let me do that. This is the front aspect. I will be placing it on the fabric to cut it out. As for the upper part, so I will need to place this neck on my Ankara. So I will be tracing this neck out. I'll cut it, both the front and the back. You know, the neck is not straight. We can use straight for the other side, but this neck is curved, so that for us to get our curve shape, so that it will be perfect when putting it on. So we need to cut out the neck and place it. So I'll be showing you that. So for the folding of our flip, so you fold your fabric into two this way. You can see the two edges. So you fold it back into two depending on the length you are using. So you fold it back into two like this. So this is it. So and after then, so and you fold it this way back. So you can see the way I fold it back this way. So this is it. Now you can see, so I fold it, this is it. So I'll be making use of this for the zip allowance at the back. So and I'll be adding pockets to it. So at the side here, I'll need to leave 1/2 inch for the joining of the pocket at the side, because it will have joining at the two sides. So you leave 1/2 inch at the side here. So this is our center front. You can see this is our center front, and this is the back aspect. So I'll be using this side for the back aspect because of the zip allowance. So now you leave half inch and take your waist measurement. So this is it. So this is it. So this is what I will be using. So you can see. So this is it. So you can see how I curve it. So this is it. This is the waist. So I've add my half inch to it. So you can see after the half inch. So you divide your waist by 4. You divide your waist by 4. So you can see. So this is it. So from here I will be taking my full length measurement. So the length I'm using is 40 inches for the full length of the gown, and the half length I'm using for the upper part is 17 inches. So I will need to remove that 17 inches from the full length. So from here you remove your 17 inches from the full length. So this is my full length, 40 inches. So this is 40 inches, you can see. So this is 40. So and I will be adding 1 inch to it for the joining at the upper part and the joining at the down aspect, because I will be lining it, full lining for the flare. So I'll be adding full lining to the flare. So this is it. So you can see this is 41. So you come here, you measure whatever you have here. So I have 24 inches, so I'll measure that 24 inches all around. So this 20. Now I will be cutting it out. So I'll come here, I will slit it into 2. So this is it. So now you open it this way. For us to cut out the neck of our front and back, so you fold your fabric this way into 2 like this. You can see. So you fold it into 2 this way. So and you place your front neck on it this way. So make sure you leave like 2 inches or 1.5 here. So you place it on it this way. So this is it. You can just use your office pin to hold it. So you can see. So you use your office pin to hold it here. So at the shoulder here, I will need to remove half inch. It's not up to half inch for the joining. So you remove some inches, you fold it, you can fold it this way, because I want it to lay very well so that it won't give me bulky look at the shoulder. So I want it to lay at the shoulder, so I can just fold like you can see. So it's not up to half inch, so I fold it in this way, you can see. So and I'll pick the back aspect also. So the back aspect, this is the back aspect. So I'll fold it in also that way. So you fold it in also. So it's not up to half inch, you can see. So this is it. So you can just place it like this. So you place it like this. So let me use this to hold this here. So you can see. So this is it. So now use your chalk to trace it out. So you can see. So this is our neck. You use your chalk to trace it out. So this is it. So you can just add half inch to it here. So I will remove it now. I will remove the pattern. So I'll remove the pattern. So now I'll come here. I'll measure 1.5 inch all round. So 1.5 inch all round. This is it. So you can see. So I'll need to cut one of this. So I'll cut one of this. So you place it again. So you can see. So this is the back aspect. So this is the back aspect and this is the front aspect. Because it does not have joining at the shoulder, so that's why I need to place it this way for me to cut out the neck. So I need to place it this way for me to cut out the neck. You can see. So this is it. Now I will need to hold this with half inch. I will hold it with half inch at the upper part, and at the down aspect when placing the center, this center and the, so when placing all this, so I will still need to fold it at the down aspect with another half inch. So by the time we fold it in with half inch, so this will be what will be left. You can see. So you can just see. So let me do that. I will need to cut out the one I will use for the remaining part of it, and I will fold those one before placing it on it. So I will need to fold it before placing it on it. So let me do that. When placing this pattern of the center front, this is the center front, when placing it on the main fabric, so I place it this way, you can see. So I've placed it on my fabric. So, and this is the side, so you place it together this way. You can see this green line where it meets, you can see, and this one is a bit longer than this one at the upper part here, you can see. So we need to make that correction when placing it on the main fabric. So I should have make it on that pattern, but you might not get it very well. So that's why I said when I'm cutting the main fabric, I will need to explain that. So now if I want to place it on my main fabric, I can just place it this way, you can see. So this inches, remaining inches, so I will shape it to meet this, you can see. So this is it, you shape it to meet it, and after then you add the half inch that you will use. So this is the half inch that we use for the joining, so I'll add the half inch to it, so you can see. So this is the half inch that we use for the joining, so this is it. So you can see it. So make sure it's equal here. So because when joining it together, if it's not equal here, it will affect this side. So that's the reason for that. So you can see it. So now I'll be cutting it out. So you can see, so this you add half inch to the side and the down aspect also, and this upper part. So this is it. So that's all about the center front. So this is the front aspect of the down part, and this is the back aspect of the down part. So this is it. So I've cut the main fabric, so I'll be cutting the lining now. So let me do that. After then I'll be showing you everything. See, so this is the front and the back. So I use this paper tape to hold it at the shoulder, so you can see. So I hold it at the shoulder, so I fold it in with that inches that I will be using to join it. The reason for this is for the shoulder to look firm, so that it won't give me one kind of look at the shoulder, so that the shoulder to look firm. So that's the reason for this. So, and this, I've cut this for the neck, for the round neck, so you can see. So this is it. So you can see. So I cut two of this. So this is the center. So you can see it. So this is it. So I cut two of this. I will use it to fold it. I will fold it at the main round neck first before folding it at these edges here. So I have this also. This one is for the armhole here. You can see that this armhole is not straight, so you can see that it's somehow curved. So if you said you should cut it straight, it won't give you this shape, it won't lay. So it won't lay like this when we join it to, so it won't lay, it won't give you this shape like this. So that's why I have to place this, I have to cut it that same way for me to get this shape. You can see. So this is it. So for me to get this shape, so I place it this way. So you had half inch to hit. Let me put it at the back for you to see how I place it. So I place it this way. I had half inch to it that I will use to join it. So, and I had half inch to the back aspect also. So the remaining inches will be the one that will lay on this. You can see it. So I had half inch to it. So you just cut it this same way. So I have two of it. You can see for the second shoulder. So this is the second one. So I have two of it for the second shoulder. So but for the rest, you cut it straight. For the rest, so you cut all this, you cut it straight. So is this side and the neck that you need to cut same way for it to lay, for it to balance on the body. But the rest, you cut it straight. You can see it. So I have cut 2 inches out. So I will fold it. I will make sure I fold it to half inch. You can see this is it. So I will fold it to half inch. So I will fold it this way. So you fold it like this. So you can see. So you fold it this way. So I'll be doing that. As for this, as for the down part, I've add wording and hairstay to it. So you can see, and I've cut out the lining too. So this is it. So I have add wording and hairstay. So I will be adding the hairstay to the lining and the wording to the main Ankara. So for everything. So this is the side of the front aspect. I've cut out the wording and hairstay. So for the front aspect, the side, so this is it, and I cut out the lining too. I cut out 2 pieces of the lining because I want to double the lining. So I want to double the lining, that's why I cut out 2 pieces of the lining. So you can see that I notch here. This is the under bust. So make sure you notch your under bust. You can see, so you notch it on the main fabric and on the lining. So this is the under bust. Make sure you notch the under bust. So that's all about this. And this is the back aspect. So this is the zip side, and this is the armhole side. You can see it. So I've cut the lining also to it. This is it. So I've cut the lining also to it. I had inches to the side. So that's all about the cutting aspect. So so this is it. You can see. So this is it. So as for the flare, I've also cut out the lining for the flare. So because I will be adding lining to the flare, full lining. So this is it. This is the flare. This is the front aspect. Same thing applies to the back aspect. So that's all about the cutting. So now I will be showing you the sewing aspect. Okay, so this is our pattern. So I've turned the one I cut for the round neck. So this is it. So you stitch it all round. After stitching, you notch it. You can see it. So I stitch it all round. So after stitching, I notch it. You can see I notch it all round. So, and you place your iron on it for it to lay. So as for the one I will be using for the shoulder also, you can see the shape. So I stitch it also, or I stitch it downward. You can see, and I notch it. You can see. So, and I'll be placing it on it this way. You can see. So this is it. So you place it like this way. So here I will need to use my iron to fold it in this way. So let me do that. I'll fold the neck with iron. You can see it. So this is it. So I'll fold it with iron all around, and I've also fold the side here, as in the shoulder side. So I'll fold it in. You can see it. So now I'll come to the neck first. So from the neck here, come here. So I will need to place sewing on it all around. Sewing, as I'm placing sewing on it all around, and I will come to this side also. So I will come here. I'll come here. I'll need to place this inside here. You can see, so that the sewing will not show. So I will need to place this inside here, inside like this. You place it inside like this so that the sewing will not show. So you can see. So you follow the lines. So let me do that. So I'll be leaving like 1.5 inch. So I'll come here. So I'll leave like 1.5 inch. You can see. So you leave like 1.5 inch downward. So I'll place this here also. So you can see, so this is it. So now I'll bring the one at the shoulder. I'll bring it here. So I'll place it this way. So you can see the way I place this. Make sure this side is under this one. You can see under this one so that it won't show. So you make sure you put it in under this one this way. So you can see, so, and you start your sewing from here. See, so this is it. You follow the lines. So I'm almost through. I'm at the back aspect, so remaining one line for me to be through. So this is it. You follow the line that we draft, so you can see. So you just follow the line that we draft. So let me finish up. See, I'm done with the basket weave at the upper part. So this is it. So, and at the back aspect, I had rope to the upper part of the neck at the back aspect. So you can see. The reason why I didn't pile it now is because of this paper. So I will need to tear off this paper first before piling it to the front aspect this way. So you can see, before piling into the front aspect this way. So I will need to tear up this paper. So that's why I didn't pile it. So this is it. So now I will be sewing the down aspect, which is the bustier part. I have a video on how to join bustier. I will be dropping the link below. So I will be sewing this now. So after then I will be joining it to the upper part. So I'll be showing you that. I will be joining the upper part and the bustier part together. So this is it. So you bring it this way. So you come to, this is the center of the upper part, this is the center. So, and I've notched the center also of this. So we come to the center, you come downward by half inch a bit, half inch. So this is half inch, so you can see. So I will use that half inch to join it together. So I'll come to this side also. So you come here, so you join this to the upper part also. So this is it at the front aspect. So now I'll come to the back aspect here. So we need to trim off this. So same thing applies to the back aspect. So you join it same way. So you can see, so you join it same way. So I'll be joining the lining to it. So after then I will be showing you the final look. So let me do that. This is the final look of our dress. If you find this video helpful, kindly give it a thumbs up. If you have any question or suggestion, you can drop it in the comment section below. Kindly subscribe to my channel and make sure you turn on your notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching. Bye.